Hey guys, it has been quite a while, but I am back with another video. A friend of mine gave me some Mount Vision pastels, and I was super excited to just get messy and experiment with them. So I didn't really know what I was doing, but I said, let's just have some fun. And I grabbed a canvas that I just had handy and just started going, just putting that pastel on the canvas. I did not prime it. I didn't really think too much about it. I know that you can crush these pastels and mix them with different mediums, but I don't really have those, and I was just like, let's just see what happens. And so I had a glass of water, some brushes, some pastels, and I went to town and just started creating this beautiful cloud goddess, and she just seemed so warm and fuzzy. So I just played with the colors. I added some warm pinks on one side. I did a lot of blending with my fingertips. And then sometimes I will go with the brush and just smoothen them out with some water. I did sometimes wipe my hands and wash my hands just because it was getting so smudgy, but I decided I wanted to play with a little bit of dark and light. So one side is going to be bright and sunshiny, and the other side is just going to be like a nighttime sky. So I love using purple and blue to create cloud bubbles, and that's really my secret to it, is starting with a purple outline and then using a light blue and blending that. And I just kept using that techniques, and I would just change up the colors and just repeating these round shapes just to make it look like a cloud. And I think it turned out really awesome. One of the things I was trying to be careful with is not getting too dark with some of the colors, just because I was nervous that once you got a dark pigment on there, it would be hard to lighten it back up. But I found that these pastels were actually really forgiving, and I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to get small details, but you'll see in a little bit how I did that. I really just roughed out some details with some of the dark colors, and then decided once I set it, which I wasn't really too sure how I was going to do that, once I fixed it on the canvas, I would go back with something else to just add more details and make everything pop. And somewhere around here is when I was like, she has like a little lion nose. I just thought she was so sweet. And I was really proud of myself for how much or how many layers I kept going back over the same areas, and it really created a nice depth, and the color is just beautiful. You can see lots of different colors in different spaces just because I created so many layers, and it was really relaxing to do this. And I truly did not account for how dusty pastels are. I did not expect so much dust to be on the table and on my clothes, on my face, on my hands. So if you do use pastels, I suggest laying down some craft paper or cardboard or something like that just to make cleanup easier. I did end up repainting and touching up my workspace table. So it was probably good that I got chalk or pastel everywhere, because I ended up having to wipe down the table before I painted it and touched it up. So I was motivated by the mess. But anyway, I am using True Black Speedball brand, just India ink, and it actually worked really well. If you prefer to use a paint marker, like a Posca paint marker, you can do a clear coat on the pastel and then line it, and it should line it with no problem, because after I lined it with black ink, I did take this outside. I sprayed a couple of coats of just clear acrylic gloss to protect it, and I did some more line work, some details, as well as lined it with some white Posca paint marker and added some stars. And look how beautiful she turned out. I wrote a poem for this piece that goes, "Sink into your own warmth and weave threads of silk around. Allow yourself to lift off the ground and enjoy the moments." Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my process. See you next time.